Hello and welcome to this video on spousal visa types and processes for Canada immigration. If you're a Canadian citizen or permanent resident who wants to sponsor your spouse or common law partner to come to Canada, there are different pathways you can explore. In this video, we'll cover the main types of spousal visas, the eligibility criteria, the application process, and some tips to make your application successful. First, let's look at the different types of spousal visas that exist. The main ones are the Spousal Sponsorship Program, the Common Law Partner Sponsorship Program, and the Conjugal Partner Sponsorship Program. The first two categories are self-explanatory, as they apply to spouses and common law partners respectively. The Conjugal Partner Sponsorship Program is for couples who are in a marriage-like relationship, but who cannot live together due to extenuating circumstances beyond their control, such as immigration barriers, religious or cultural restrictions, or sexual orientation. Now, let's review the eligibility criteria for spousal sponsorship. First, you need to be a Canadian citizen or permanent resident, and you need to prove that you are not receiving social assistance for reasons other than disability. Second, you need to be at least 18 years old, and you cannot sponsor someone who is less than 16 years old. Third, you need to be able to provide for the basic needs of the sponsored person, such as food, clothing, shelter, and healthcare, for a certain period of time. Fourth, you need to prove that your relationship with the sponsored person is genuine, and that you are not just entering into a marriage or partnership for immigration purposes. Fifth, you need to pass criminal and security checks, and you need to demonstrate that you are not a risk to public health or safety. Next, let's talk about the application process for spousal sponsorship. It involves several steps, including completing the application forms, gathering supporting documents, paying the processing fees, and submitting the application package to Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, IRCC. The processing times vary depending on the type of sponsorship, the country of residence of the sponsored person, and the volume of applications received by IRCC. In some cases, the sponsored person may be able to come to Canada as a visitor while the application is being processed, but this is not always possible, and it depends on the individual circumstances. Tips for a successful application. First, start the process as soon as possible, as it can take several months or even years to complete, especially if there are complications or delays. Second, provide as much evidence as you can to demonstrate the genuineness of your relationship, such as photos, letters, emails, and witness statements. Third, seek professional advice if you are unsure about any aspect of the application, such as a licensed immigration consultant or lawyer. Fourth, be honest and transparent in your communication with IRCC, and disclose any relevant information that may affect the outcome of the application. That concludes our video on spousal visa types and processes for Canada immigration. We hope you found this information useful and informative. Remember, sponsoring your spouse or common law partner to come to Canada can be a complex and demanding process, but it can also be rewarding and fulfilling.